Hello, Internet! Welcome to Media Hypothesis, the new original series from a channel that's already made one too many videos on Shrek 5. Today, we're gonna be peeling back the layers to the Shrek 5 cast announcement to reveal the genius narrative hidden in plain sight. That's right, dear viewers, by the end of this video, you'll see that, as has always been the case with our favorite ogre, there's more than meets the eye. The video starts with Shrek and Donkey messing about with the magic mirror, who's now been relocated to the swamp, implying that this takes place in the same timeline as the shorts posted to the DreamWorks TV YouTube channel in 2014, the last official bit of Shrek media since Shrek Forever After. This alone gives us our first hint that things aren't exactly as they seem, as the title of that series is New Shrek, establishing a new, separate continuity from the previous 4 films. The events of the 4th movie show that through magic, parallel realities can and do in fact exist in the Shrek universe, and with the current multiverse trend, who's to say DreamWorks wouldn't want to cash in on reality hopping? But keep an eye on that magic mirror, because that won't be the last time we see him today. Our next hint that we're in a different branch from the established Shrek canon is the appearance of Shrek's teenage daughter. Now, one would assume this character to be Felicia, Shrek's only daughter from the previous installments. However, take a closer look at her eyes. They're blue, while this new character's eyes are brown. This is a completely different character. And if that isn't enough proof, take a look at how she reacts to Pinocchio's nose growing. Visible confusion. Kind of a weird reaction from someone who's grown up around fairy tale characters, one of the main ones being Pinocchio himself. Therefore, loyal hypothesists, I propose that Zendaya's character in the new film is neither Fergus, Farkle, nor Felicia, but an entirely different character from an entirely different world. What world is that, you may ask? Well, to put it simply, our world. See, the bulk of the plot of this teaser revolved around the gang reacting to internet content of themselves, which they've already done countless times in New Shrek, a series where Shrek and Donkey consistently interact with the audience. Shrek 5 is therefore a spin-off of the New Shrek series that sees Shrek and co. fully immersing themselves in their internet fame and coming to terms with what it's like to truly be an all-star. So for those of you who are disappointed by what seemed like a radical design choice on the part of Universal, rest assured, our favorite tetralogy is still safely locked away in the highest room of the tallest tower of legend. But that's just it. Legend. Let's go back to what we were saying about internet fame. Think back to the only time we saw the actual Shrek in the teaser. It's during this shot right here, with a shirtless, hunky edit of him. Notice how the other fan content doesn't look anything like the Shrek we see for the rest of the video. Kinda weird, isn't it? I mean, why make a flattering image of someone and use a cheap copy of their face instead of the real thing? In this case, the picture of classic Shrek seems to hold more meaning for us, the viewers, than Shrek himself. So the question is, why? Why would DreamWorks, Universal, and Illumination deliberately include this specific image of Shrek, arguably the most iconic image of Shrek, when they could have just gone with another passing resemblance? Is it a gimmick? No, it's genius. Well, what if I told you that's because the real Shrek never existed? We made him up, glorified him. And who would blame us? He's an unconventional hero who saved the love of his life in the first movie, learned to love himself in spite of appearances in the second, took up some serious responsibility in the third, and appreciated all that he had found along the way in the fourth. It's the traditional hero's journey, but in a completely different light. It's not a far cry to say that Shrek is the ultimate hero, a fact he himself references in the new Shrek series. I propose that the original Shrek series is in fact a fantasy built around the ogre. A fairy tale, if you will. We haven't gotten another installment to this franchise in 15 years, and yet Shrek never really left the mainstream. We kept him alive through our love of the franchise, and in doing so, lost a little bit of what makes Shrek, Shrek. See, memes are only funny as inside jokes. Analyzing them effectively means their death, and Shrek knows this. Shrek has always been a franchise built on self-awareness and parody, but we've been so busy hating on this new teaser to see that the butt of the joke this time is us. Think back to the first shot of the trailer. We see Shrek and Donkey, but we don't really see them in the traditional sense. We see their reflections. The first character we actually see unobscured is the magic mirror. And where was it that we've been seeing all these memes and edits played on? A mirror. A mirror being held up to ourselves, making fun of our memes and the culture surrounding Shrek and highlighting our tendency to twist and turn media to fit our fancy, only to throw a fit when we don't get our way. It's the same subversive masterpiece it always was, only now, because of the godlike status we've elevated the franchise to, it's subverting our expectations of itself. Shrek didn't become ugly. We did. But if we look past the seemingly unpleasant outer layers, maybe we'll be able to find our own satisfaction from within. And then we'll have a responsibility to not be so quick to hate on something new and to just appreciate what we have. Shrek 5 is in theaters Christmas 2026. Or this movie is just another soulless sequel scraped together by corporate idiots that we're still gonna see because we just can't help ourselves. Either way, we're the losers. But hey, that's just a theory. I mean, a hypothesis. Shit.
It ain't no joke. I like to buy the world a token, teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, and teach the world to snuff the fires and the liars. Hey, I know it's just a song, but it's fast for the recipe. This is love attack.